Right, we are live. Today, we have Draugen. It's a first-person mystery game set in Norway, I believe. Let me just get the thingy up because it was quite interesting. Yes, it's a single-player, first-person fjord noir mystery set in 1920s Norway. Explore a forgotten coastal village in your search for your missing sister, accompanied by your independent and enigmatic young ward. The year is 1923. You play Edward Charles Harden, an American traveller, increasingly unreliable narrator who's come to Norway to find his missing sister. But you're never alone. Every step of the way, Edward is accompanied by his ward, Lissy, an independent and enigmatic young woman. Together you must explore a forgotten coastal community nestled among the fjords and mountains of rural Norway, in your search for Edward's sister and unearth the darkness that lies beneath the picturesque surface. So this is published and developed by Red Thread Games. And it was released on the 21st of February this year. I received a promo code for this game from ID. Thank you very much, ID. So I'm just finding the remote control for my fan. I'd managed to get it down to 25 in here. Now it's gone back up to 26 because I turned the fans off. So yes. So that's my ethics statement, and we are going to begin. Hello everyone, and welcome to my stream. We were originally going to stream this on Tuesday, but out of respect for the Black Lives Matter movement and Blackout Tuesday, I postponed the stream. Hi Scruff. How's a cute little birdie. I also see Dan, and at some point we got a new follow, so thanks for that. Wiggleboard. It's a burb. It's a burb that wiggles. Yay. So yes, I really wish it wouldn't do that. It's like, I'm signed in as me, just play as me. Ooh, I like the font though. Okay, so text language English, subtitles on please. Stacked subtitles, yes, that sounds good, because otherwise I'll miss them. Turn up the camera a little. Adjust, set to 0 to turn off motion blur, good. I hate motion blur. Ooh, you timed it perfectly. 1923 mode. It's off by default. I don't know what 1923 mode is. We'll turn that off for now. Turn the volume down. Sound effects down a little bit. Music down a little bit more. Dialogue up. And we've got no volume on my TV. Hang on. Oh, okay. So there should be a little bit of music from the game. Yeah, I hate motion blur. It makes me so nauseous. I cannot play some games because of it, so when they give me an option to turn it off, it's going off. What have you got for dinner? Dan. It's okay, so move left trigger, look with the right, run with RT, interact, Lizzie is RB, journal is up on the D-pad, and zoom is LT. Cool. Sounds good. Murder's frame rate. Ooh, hello, we've got a frame thingy-majiggied. What's it called? Like static. Eczema on my eyelid. I mean, just come on. Eczema on my eyelid. So, if you see me fighting around with my eyes all stream, do tell me off because I shouldn't be scratching at it. Film grain. Thank you. Yeah, motion blur just makes me feel sick. It almost did me in during. Was it the Turing test? Was that the one where everyone was yelling at me through the TV because I was missing a really obvious thing? And there was one puzzle where it just blurred. We had to go sideways, and I was like, oh. And then I couldn't play Bendy in the Ink Machine because of the motion blur. I just felt so sick.
It's a fjord. You're not going swimming.
Boo.
You're such a wet blanket, Teddy
Ah,
bear.
that's probably...
You know I don't like it when you call me...
Edward Charles Harden, Esquire.
Okay, I like her.
Will you promise to behave on land?
Don't I always?
Listen. Promise.
Well, piffle and phonus balonus, Teddy. You ought to know better than to ask. Yes, I'll behave. I'll be a proper young lady. I shan't run or climb things or laugh too loud or call
nice
anyone
graphics.
obscene. Aside from you.
Very nice graphics. I mean, it's a
So,
little bobby,
Do you
but...
think we'll find your Betty in, what did you call this village? Gravewick?
Edward knows in his heart that his sister is here, even though it's months since he last heard from Elizabeth.
It's an odd language. I don't much care for it.
Wonders yet again what drew Elizabeth to this remote region, so far from New York.
Perhaps Betty found herself a
She's there.
How can you know for sure?
She's my sister.
But how can
Thanks
you
for all
know?
the
I
auto
just
hosts.
do. In her letter, she wrote about...
But that's months ago. She could have gone anywhere.
Without writing.
Oh.
Or telegraphing her editor in New York. She wouldn't do that.
Ah.
Betty's...
The cat's
Something
pajamas, the
handle
bee's knees, little Miss Perfect.
Alice, you're talking about my sister.
Fine. I'm sorry. Elizabeth's a darb. We all love her dearly. And Teddy Bear, Edward, we will find her.
My knuckles are all
Betty's
split as
fine.
well.
Why, we'll
just
see
falling
her as soon as we
apart.
get to shore. She'll shower you with kisses and berate you for coming all this way from Hanover, Massachusetts to the middle of absolutely nowhere Scandinavia way just to chase her
Norway.
down. Everything will be Jake, old fruit.
Oh, God.
Is that it?
So you're basically
that
having
Google?
leftovers and everything out of the
Looks so
fridge.
peaceful.
Sounds
And
good.
beautiful. And so desolate. Like a place
Doom
built for
Eternal
ghosts.
versus Draugen. Yeah.
Finally. I don't think I could do this for much longer.
Can't you row any faster? I'm getting frightfully bored.
It is rather pretty.
How about you
Oh,
take
you
over,
meant because I
Alice?
brought you the game. Very nice.
You slay me, Teddy, old bean.
That's good timing,
Was
then.
that thunder?
Still distant. The boat will be in safe harbor by the time the weather arrives.
So you say. But I say put your back into it, because we're sitting ducks out here. Quack, quack.
Yeah. So I'm exhausted. I had a nap yesterday after work. I then slept like the dead. I woke up feeling dead, and then I had another nap after work today. So I'm absolutely
It's so quiet.
exhausted.
Where is everyone?
So we'll
Probably
see how long
working.
we last for
I
the
know
stream.
it's a foreign concept to you, but that's something normal people do.
Hardy har har.
The Fretland farm is up the hill somewhere.
Up where?
Okay. Ooh. Press to interact. Point. Up there.
I believe it's that farmhouse, all the way at the top.
Hot dog. Let's ankle.
Hold on. Let me read the letter from Mrs. Fretland first.
I'll
and
meet you up there, old sport. I want to explore.
Let
Last
it go.
one's a skunk's tail.
Be careful. The ground's muddy. You could slip and fall.
See you in 2 shakes.
You turned your... I didn't even hear my alarms. I
Dear Mr. Harden,
woke up on my third
I would
alarm
like to
going,
extend
what the
an
hell?
invitation to visit our home. Trouble to hear of your sister's disappearance. No news to share.
But also, do not worry
You'll
about
find our
being an
farm on
inconvenience
top
if
of
we
the
have only
hill.
one child, our daughter Ruth.
Hope I got that right.
Plenty of room for...
Look forward to seeing you here in October. Yours faithfully, Anna Fretland. Well, I'm here. Where are you? Did you make it to Grovik, Betty? And why did you pick this forlorn hole under the mountains?
What's been writing?
Also sprach Zarathustra.
Teddy, are you coming? I'm almost there.
On my way. Righto. Step to it, teddy bear.
I don't know if there's any benefit to exploring. I thought he was supposed to be...
Where are you?
I'm by the farmhouse.
Where are you, Lissy?
I'm up at the farm.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you want to play a game, you should play the game. I mean, I wanted to play Spyro, even though it was very unlikely to be a hit. Rest?
Are you coming?
Just taking a break.
Hurry up. Storm's getting closer.
But yeah, no, I didn't expect to be so tired having had a nap. Twice, so yeah. This is not... Run does not exist right now. He's not running. But this is a beautiful game. Well, I mean, you've got other ships. Have you found them yet? This is a lovely game. Look at this. It's gorgeous. Yeah, I mean, I was like, I'm just gonna do some games I want to play. Did some advice from Dan, and then they're all stacked up on each other in the bottom left. It's like, Jesus. But at least I didn't have to play Titanfall or Final Fantasy because those were ones that I didn't want to play. Not because I don't like the games, just because of where I've gone to in them. And other ones I wouldn't have minded, so...
I'm waiting for you.
Ooh, Titanfall 2 was a kaboom, so Brothers, Division 2, Alice, and Vanquish are all possible kabooms. Well, I mean, if you're up for it, we could do Division 2 co-stream again, or at least, you know, play it together. I don't know what your achievement is. But I'm pretty free this weekend. Or Friday, or whatever. Tomorrow. It's 4 story achievements in. Well, yeah, I mean, why don't we do that, you know, all together? I mean, you know, if Leaky and Jessie are up for it, or, you know. We've not played it in a while. And it'd be cool to help you get one of your achievements. Mine are in Siberia and the one with the scarves, Degrees of Separation. Cool. Sounds good. I've got Tuesday earmarked for a co-stream with Paul because he's off. But happy to, you know, do it any other day, even Thursday, if that works for you. So, you know. Seeing what works for everyone else. This guy, how old is this guy? I mean, Jesus Christ, dude. The hill wasn't that big.
You're not the one carrying a suitcase.
And he also did row across a lake, I suppose. The graphics on this are exquisite. They really are. It's reminding me a little bit of Lake Ridden, though that was less 4K.
What took
This
you
feels
so
more
long?
4K.
I'm not 17.
Nor are you 17. Put some spring into your step, old sport.
Did you see the flag? It's at half-mast. Someone died.
The flag? Oh no.
So this is it, huh? Nice digs. But seriously, where is everyone?
Inside maybe? The weather's getting worse.
This is starting to creep me out.
Finds the silent odd. Inside maybe?
Perhaps everyone's indoors. The rain's picking up.
You first, old bean.
So I've nearly finished Siberia.
Hello?
I've been going through it
Anyone
slowly because I
there?
don't want to rush.
Mr. Fretland? Mrs. Fretland? This is Edward Charles Harden, the American. We've exchanged letters.
Maybe they went on holiday and left the door open. Give it a shake and a rattle.
I can't just barge into their home.
It's not a crime if you're invited.
If I can finish... You're praying Zoom is a kaboom. Doom is a kaboom.
I'm coming in. This is Mr. Harden.
Oh, hello?
Hello?
Not
Is anyone
much.
home?
This house is as empty as a bird's nest in December. Hey, you want
Yeah,
to check
no.
out the upstairs?
Why?
I'm a guest. Why would I start poking around every corner of the house?
I mean, I want to
know.
poke around, but
Maybe they're playing hide and go seek. Well, I didn't want to go upstairs anyway. It's creepy.
There must be a sitting room on this floor.
I want to turn on all the lights like I was on Lake Ridden. I do not know if that made it any difference, but it made me feel better.
This is nice. Charmingly rustic. The Boston Beaumont would pay a pretty penny for this setup.
The bob
thought
is
foreigners
slightly
lived
irritating. I thought I turned off motion blur. I did. Why is it bobbing?
Certainly. This is almost like an American home.
People are people wherever you go.
Thanks, Proust.
Condemned, Monday Night Combat, and Evil Within. Yeah, natural head bobbing, but natural head bobbing annoys me.
Look! Family pictures. They must be the, what did you call them?
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm enjoying
The books are
playing
all in
Siberia.
English.
Isn't that a bit odd?
Mrs. Fretland is Scottish, though she grew up in Olesund.
Have you been secretly communicating with Johann's winsome wife, Edward dearest?
Certainly not. She was the one who wrote me, because Mr. Fretland's English
I was
isn't as...
only joking. Lighten up, old sport. Don't be such a...
Oh, is the volume balance okay between the game and me?
Betty might be with the Fretlands, wherever they are.
Wouldn't
Cool.
Anna Fretland have written you?
She might have. We left Hanover a month ago.
What was I saying? Motion blur is something different from the head bob. Yeah, no, I realised that, Elkesh. It was the movement. It doesn't need to move that much. My head doesn't bob that much when I'm moving, because otherwise I get motion sickness walking down the road. You know, it should be smoother, that motion. So that's annoying. It's one thing why I originally disliked first-person games.
Is that... Are they... who's... They're all twins.
I like twins.
All of
Twins are
them.
cool.
That's Johann and Anna Fretland.
There are two of each, Edward. Two of each.
Frederick and Margaret. Twins marrying twins.
Yeah, it's like when you walk
My
along,
mind's
your head
reeling.
does not
This is
bob like
just
this. This is
not
not a
adorable.
normal
May
motion.
26th, 1899. We'll be celebrating their silver anniversary next year. The Fretlands.
Right. Anna and...
He's not 70
John?
though.
Johann.
This is honestly
Like
not what I
40 or
pictured.
something.
They're very presentable. Not at all like turnip farmers.
They're not turnip farmers. That must be Johann Fretland, master of the house.
What makes you think he's the master of anything? It's 1923, Teddy, old boy. Women can vote.
Okay.
I'm guessing their daughter is the master of this house. She's cute
Her
as a
name's
button.
Rose, I think.
I can't
Which is
wait to meet
ironic
her.
because that's
She's
also the
guaranteed
name of
to be
the
more fun than you.
spirit in Poe Monroe. Yeah, you have to be in the right mood for horror games.
Old
You can always
Johann's a
stream
bit
it. We
wooden,
can keep you
isn't he?
company.
Like someone
If
put
it
a
turns out
stick
it's a
They're
hit.
posing for a
up his
photograph.
rear end. I say, loosen up, Johann. I'm sure you two stiffs will get along famously. Johann went and found himself a delectable bride.
Alice,
Um,
please.
But yeah, I
What
might
can
do a
say?
stream tomorrow.
She's a minx.
Anna Fretland is a respectable
For
woman.
warboats.
Her letter was
just to finish
courteous
off.
and
Get my last
professional.
blush on.
Didn't
Get
you
my
say
last
she was a
kaboom on
city girl?
stream.
It must have been awfully hard to adjust to life in the sticks. I can relate.
Hanover isn't the sticks.
Says you.
Yeah, can totally do that, Scruff. Co-stream, happy to do that. I mean, I'm basically going to be playing this level on oh flip, I forgot the name of the game. Not separated by birth. What the What's the game with the scarves? Degrees of separation. Thank you, Dan. My brain just went there. Yeah, it is. It's a drama show. Yeah, it's actually a very good one. But Degrees of separation. I've unlocked the level. I'm in the level. I don't know where it's saved. I've gotten a couple of scarves and unlocked a new power. So it'd be cool to play that through. I'll probably play it through, like, get to the end, and then there's like a quick travel thing to go back and get any missing scarves. I might have a blink at a guide to see if I can figure out if I can't find them. Yeah, Joe's brain. It's hot. I am exhausted. My brain has melted out my ears a long time ago. That's assuming I get Siberia finished. I'll probably do a couple of hours of this. I'm near the end of Siberia. It's like the last but one achievement I need to get. And so far I've managed to get them all, but it's a missable one. And a missable one at the very end of the game is not a good thing. Especially since it's taken me like 8 hours to get to this point. Who said it's gone cold? I mean, it's 26 in here. I managed to get it down to 25. It's grey and miserable outside, but it's warm in here. You know, this place retains heat, like, ridiculously. It's great in the winter, not so great now. So yeah, outside it's probably like 18, 20. Winter gun's probably that too. Maybe I should switch around the doors when I have my tea break. But yeah, if I do a couple of hours of this, because this looks to be quite an interesting game, but it's a 4 to 5 hour completion. I'm assuming that's with a guide, so you know, it's going to be a couple of sessions.
How about a quick run in the rain?
You can't be serious.
Oh, that sounds
You're already
awesome.
a wet blanket, teddy bear. It's not like you'll get any wetter.
I'd love a run in the rain. Oh, if it was
You
raining,
can
I
see
would
the
totally go
whole
outside
village
right
from
now.
up here.
Do you want to go sightseeing?
Tomorrow. It's getting late, and the rain's not abating.
Maybe it'll rain at the weekend. Oh, if it rains at the weekend, I'm totally going for a walk, because that'll mean there's fewer people. It was really hot. It was really hot. I went out to take out the bins, and I thought I'd walk up and down by the park, and it was full of people.
What are you looking at there?
A book.
Strange place for a book. Unless it was a terrible book that deserved a good burning. What's the title?
The cover's charred. Christmas 1922. To Ruth, from Simon. Why would someone burn this?
Like
Who's
I
Ruth
said,
and who's Simon?
maybe it was a terrible book. Is Simon one of the Freddy Landers?
I don't think so. They only have the one daughter.
Maybe Ruth's a sister? Okay, so we've got a to Ruth from Simon. Interesting.
Where do you think they've gone?
The Fretlands.
The Fretlands, the Hansons, the Jensens, all of them.
I'm sure they'll be back soon.
It's
Yeah,
like a
Jesus
dead
Christ,
lamp.
this head bob. I have
So
to
its
say that's
soul is
definitely a
departed.
markdown for the game. I'm sorry, but this head bob, it's first person, but Jesus Christ, what is he jiggling? Like, you know, he needs to go to the bathroom every 3 seconds. Okay. Agonizing of Gruber. Probably not what it says. 1897. The Fretland Brothers Mining Company. Frederick and Johann Fretland. Gründer of Fretland Brother Mining Company. Okay.
Well, those boys look proud as peacocks.
Yeah, to wear a
What does
hoodie.
it say there?
I mean, I've washed all my
Reuben?
coats and
Reuben.
hoodies and jumpers
The
because I'm
mine.
like, take
Maybe
advantage
that's
of
where
it being
everyone is.
hot and not having to go
Digging
outside.
for precious jewels in the Stygian abyss.
From what I learned of this place during the brief stay in Ålesund, the iron mine shut down 20 years ago. Frederick and Johann Fretland, founders of the Fretland Brothers Mining Company.
They're the spitting image of each other.
Twin brothers and business partners.
And they married twin sisters. Adorable.
Very
Who's the
adorable.
boy? He looks related to the other two.
Where's maybe the other?
The mine was only in operation until
Where's your other
1902.
younger brother or a son of the
They
other?
must have lost a fortune.
The twin.
An iron mine wouldn't pay itself off in 5 years.
Can we go spelunking? Perhaps we'll find trolls in the abyss, and we can steal their ill-gotten gold.
There was a cave-in. It'll be unsafe.
Boo.
Okay. So, I'm liking the game. I'm not liking the head bob, I have to say. Okay, so May 1902.
Johann Fretland exits Fretland Brothers Mining Company.
So the brothers parted ways?
Johann sold his share to focus on farming.
That must have put a damper on their relationship.
Tragic accident befalls the Fretland Brothers Mining Company.
Oh dear.
What happened?
The mine collapsed, killing 3 workers, including Arne
younger
Fretland,
brother, there we go.
Frederick and Johann's younger brother.
That's awful. How old was he?
19.
Oh no.
He might be the boy in the photograph.
Operations were suspended after the accident.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, I'm not going to play Alien Isolation because, yeah, that's a big nope on that one. It's fine. I mean, at least it's a story game, so,
Foreign
you know.
investors out of Frederick
Have to go too
Fretland's mining
fast.
company. Dire financial consequences for Fretland, who must have had a difficult time after his brother Johann Fretland pulled out
Excuse the
earlier
yawns.
this year.
It's not the game. That's just
Johann was
me.
smart to exit when he did.
The timing is curious, like he knew something was about to go awry.
How could he know something was about to go awry? Doesn't seem likely. Okay, so we've got...
The flag outside was flying at half-mast.
What does that mean?
Someone died.
Okay.
It'll get dark soon.
Where will you sleep? There must be a guest bedroom.
I'm not using their beds without invitation.
We can disguise ourselves as bedwear. They'll never know we're here.
Well, they did invite us to stay. Do we get to see what he looks like? Oh, hello. See, he's not 70.
Oof.
No
That's a
reason
grim
for
sight,
head bob.
Old bean.
Absolutely no reason for head bob.
I'm exhausted and soaked to the bone.
Let's get you to bed.
We'll wait for the Fretlands. It's only courteous.
He looks high. Fair enough. It is rather gorgeous, this game, I have to say. Oh, that's an interesting
Betty.
sight.
Have you gone screwy again, Teddy? That's not Betty. That's...
Scarf. I'd know it anywhere.
It doesn't look like anything to me. It
She
just
bought it
looks
in
like...
Bloomingdale's the Christmas before last. When she came home that year, she showed it off, dancing around the sitting room until I got dizzy watching her.
I think you're misremembering. She couldn't make it home that year. Again.
No, You're wrong. I'm sure she was there.
What?
Look, it is her scarf. It even smells like her perfume. Shalimar.
But what if that's not...
She's here. I'm finally going to find her.
That's great, Edward, really. I wouldn't want you to get your hopes up. I mean, where's
Interesting.
everyone gone to? Something's not right, I'm telling you. Teddy? Edward, what's wrong?
Lightheaded, that's all.
Maybe he is high.
Another spell. You know what happens when you exert yourself.
Okay.
So, that's an order from your commander.
Yes.
I mean, it sort of
Fine.
looks like the scarf, but, you know. Interesting. High an adventure.
What are you doing? Come sit down.
I just need to catch my breath. Just for a moment.
I want you to lie down. Lie down and close your eyes.
It's like dolphins from climbing up the hill. Yeah,
It's been
okay.
a strenuous day. What with the rowing and the dragging of the suitcase up the hill.
Well, what if the Fretland...
I'll keep an eye out. I promise. If they come home, I'll wake you. Now, lie down, close your eyes, breathe deeply.
I'm just going to...
Okay. So, unreliable narrator. Always interesting in a game. Always interesting.
Elizabeth? Is that you?
No, that was Thunder, mate.
Betty? Lissy? Lissy, are you here?
Okay. Guess he's not there.
Where are you? Where are you, Lissy?
Does she even exist? Ooh.
Hello?
Whoa!
Hey, who's there? Betty? Elizabeth? Wait!
Okay. It's interesting.
Lissy, there's someone outside. It might be Betty. Are you here, Lissy?
You can always play it anyway. It doesn't matter if you want to play it.
Are you in here, Lissy?
I don't think so. It didn't say horror. That's the kitchen. I guess try the front door.
Who's out there? Hello? Betty? Lissy?
It's a puddle.
I'm not alone.
It's a puddle! It's probably your footstep. Yeah, if Near had come up on... What was that? If Near had come up on mine, I would have been quite happy. I enjoyed riding around in a circle for my quarantine one. This game is tagged psychological horror on
I can hear
Steam.
you.
Oh, frick. Okay, well then it's the laugh at Joe as she crunches.
Who goes there? Wait!
So not only do I have head bar, but it's also going to frit the life out of me. Great. Why are we climbing around in the freaking moors?
Someone there?
Can we not climb over that? Oh, right. Good. Now get interaction point. Come on. You're getting layers of fear. Yeah. Nah. It's feeling a little more Vanishing of Ethan. Whatever his name was.
Hello?
That was a goat. That was a goat. Carter.
Betty, is that
Oh,
you?
my surname. Yeah.
Are you there, Betty?
Ow. You did say earlier, careful, it's muddy. Ew, dirty hands. Ah, interesting there with the specs and the
Elizabeth, are you there?
blurry there. The heck is that? It's just like a black wall. Your brain didn't like that. Actually, I was fine with that. Because it was more of a, wee, we're sliding down the slope rather than anything else. That is a lobster thingy. Trap.
The boat, Edward! Where's our boat?
Lissy. Where did you go? Why did you leave me?
It stopped raining and you were sleeping, and our boat, it's gone.
The boat... What? How?
Maybe
Yeah.
you didn't secure it properly.
It's
I
just
pulled it
mainly
up.
the head bobbing that's getting me. It's
don't
fine.
know.
We may have to just do a short
Well, I
dose of
tied it
this.
securely, but
We'll see.
did you see Betty?
Did I
Because I
see?
kind of want to find out what's going on now.
What are you talking about?
I think... Betty...
He's
it
definitely
was Betty,
a few planks
It
short
was
of a
her.
full load.
It must have been her. I saw her face in the window, and she vanished into the dark, towards the sea. You really didn't see anyone?
I haven't seen a single soul. Are you sure it was her and
Yes.
not?
I mean, I saw her face, and it looked like her.
If it was her, why did she run away?
I don't
I mean,
know.
so far we've got unreliable narrator and slightly creepy atmosphere,
It's
plus
getting dark.
really good visuals.
Back to the house.
Minuses of annoying head bob.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow's another day, Teddy Bear. We'll figure it out.
Would turning up the motion
Right
blur
now,
make the head
let's
bob
get you
less
cleaned
annoying
up.
or make it worse?
Look at you. You've got mud all over yourself. And then you really need to sleep. You must be exhausted.
I am, thank you. I
Come
would
on.
love to sleep. Okay. Probably worse. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, first person, I mean, you know. I don't get nauseous. I think it was just, if it was less exaggerated, it would be better. Oh, day 2. We've got blue skies in Norway. Good morning, Edward. Where did we end up sleeping? On the sofa. Great. Where did she end up sleeping? On the floor? At least he's not muddy anymore. Disembodied face looks bizarre.
Teddy, come outside. It's a beautiful day.
Yeah, where did she end up sleeping? There's not really any other...
Lissy!
I'm outside.
Ah, she's outside there. Different face in the mirror, yeah, possibly. Oh, I have another look upstairs. I'm going to have a look upstairs. Oh, with the face, Bob! Stop with the head, Bob! Oh, look at that view! Flip is gorgeous. Some exquisite rendering going on here. Definitely, you know, 10 out of 10 for the visuals. And the music's not intrusive, the sound's not bad. It really is just this head bob thing. Locked. Looks like a guest room. Little steppy stool. Cute. Yeah, maybe there'll be a different face in the mirror at some point. I don't feel like it's that sort of game, though. Ruth. That was to Ruth from Simon. Ruth's the daughter. It's a teddy bear. That was what the book said, didn't it? In the fire. To Ruth from Simon. So Ruth's the daughter. Why do I think it was Rose? Well, at least I got the R right. This is some kind of upstairs. Oh my god, with the blobbing. Stop blobbing! The Draugen waltz. Nice. Oh, I got a bleep bloop. Piano Man. Played the piano. Interesting. Why can't I interact with that? Okay. Phew. I want to interact with that. That is some kind of weird sofa bed. That does not look comfortable at all. So, yeah, that's Ruth's room. That's the master bedroom, obviously. Maybe the daughter died. Okay, so we've had a nosy, and we got an achievement, because, you know, why not?
I just about given up on you ever waking up.
I was looking around the house.
So we're okay with that now? Noted. Sleep well?
I dreamed of Betty. She was in the garden, and she called for me.
How about you, Lissy dearest? Oh, you know me, old fruit, wide awake at first light.
The Fretlands didn't come home, did they?
They did not. There's no sign of anyone. Aside from last night's Mistwalker.
I've been thinking about that.
What?
It was dark. Maybe I just saw a shadow.
Chasing a shadow? That's very unlike you, old boy. Usually you scurry
Maybe everyone's
off in
dead
the
and they're all a
opposite direction.
ghost? That's morbid,
I didn't
Dan.
get a good look. I'm not even sure there was anyone there.
Oh, there must be someone here. And I'm not talking about ghosts.
There was definitely a
Or
goat.
goats. What was it you said yesterday? Maybe they're peeking at us through the windows.
I'll take a gander. The Fretlands will be home soon. And Betty's here. I know it. I feel it.
If you say so, teddy bear. Have you had your noodle juice yet?
I'm not rummaging through their cupboards.
You'll be a pill without your tea and toast, old bean. We need to get you sorted.
I'm not hungry. First point on the agenda. Find the natives.
A mission! Hot dog! I'll scout ahead. I'll meet you down by those houses.
Let's uncover your secrets, Grovik.
Oh, hello. Okay, read. Right, okay, there we are. August 4th, 1923. Dear Mr. Harden, I hope this letter finds you well. My husband Johan and I received your letter from July 9th. We would like to extend an invitation to visit our home this October. Do not worry about being an inconvenience, as we have only one child, our daughter Ruth. Plenty of room for a visitor. We were troubled to hear of your sister Elizabeth's disappearance. Unfortunately, I have no news to share, nor do I believe she's landed in Gravik yet. I have made inquiries and shall send you another letter if there's word. I'm certain she's all right, however, and that she's simply been delayed on her journey. In regards to your travels, I'm afraid there's no longer a ferry from Aslan to Gravik, so you will need to find your own transport along the fjord. When you arrive, you'll find our farmhouse on top of the hill. There's a road from the landing up past the general store. Our farmhouse won't be hard to see, it's the largest house in the village. Please write again when you've settled on your travel plans or receive word of your sister. My husband and I are very much looking forward to seeing you here in October. Yours faithfully, Anne Fretland. Okay. Okay, so we've got a map. Our boat is gone, and that's where we are. Okay, cool.
Lissy?
By the village houses, Teddy.
Draw. Ooh, it's like Life is Strange. We get to do a drawing. What if it was a goat? Silly scruff. Yep, that's my friend Sammy online. Ah, we get to see him. Yeah, he's definitely not 70. I would say like 50 maybe. 40, 50. But obviously a few Fruit Loops short of a packet of cereal. Unreliable narrator and all that. But hey, if I get a chance to do a draw, I will do a draw. If I get a chance to play the piano, I'm going to play the piano because I want to interact with this game. But it's very good. What if I get the chance to draw a piano? Yeah. Cute. then I will draw a piano, clearly. Duh. Hold the jog. Okay. The burn. The burn has no open. Can't open the burn. Seem to be less of a bob when I jog, so we'll hold down the R button for now. It's very pretty. Ooh. Yeah, we'll go this way. But yeah, isn't it gorgeous? The graphics are really very good.
Alice,
Hello.
Alice? Is she up a tree?
Up here, Teddy. It's such a beautiful day.
Look at
You
the
could bottle and sell
sunlight.
this air in Boston. It's frankly medicinal.
it's chilly.
That's all you have to say? It's chilly.
You're not cold.
Why would I be?
Thought you were scouting ahead.
What do you think I'm doing? Vantage point, like on a pirate ship. I can probably see our house in Hanover from here.
Did you check those buildings?
Knocking on doors isn't a scout's job, old bean.
There must be someone around.
Only one way to find out, old sport. Did you check all the houses?
No, I'm gonna check the houses now. Check around the houses.
Hello? Anyone here?
Why, hello, Mr. American. Please come in for a cup of tea and biscuits.
You're not helping. Huh?
No one home?
It's a ghost town.
Anyone home?
How's everyone doing this Thursday anyway?
Unless they're playing hide and go seek, I'd say that's a no. There's one more house. Third time's the charm.
Hello? Who's there?
Ferrata.
Hello? Anyone home?
It's one of those weird... Oh, that does not look comfortable. You are good now that you've had a chance to catch up on sleep. Good, I'm glad.
September 21st, 1923.
Massive tiredness.
Wie desperate. Lissy, found something here. Escalated from words to stones.
There's a curse!
Blood has been spilled. The curse haunts us all. There is no hope left in good Sfarlata. Good. God. Right. In this
Godforsaken
place. The death of the Jiminy. Death of the children was the end of Grovik.
Oh, that's
Whatever
why.
remained of our souls departed with them. You should see this, Lissy.
Maybe there's been some kind of disease.
The letter just
Maybe they got the COVID.
trails off. Was never sent.
Is it in my journal? No. But it's marked on the map now.
Lissy?
What is it?
Did you see this door closing?
It was just the wind, teddy bear. You're as skittish as a pussycat. 3 strikes, you're out.
God, I
think
can't even do
anyone's
that
been
against a
home for a
wall. Let alone, you know.
Someone painted the word traitor on one of the doors. And there was a letter. It sounded foreboding.
Oh, traitor.
Well, you were wrong. villagers are not indoors.
Explore, boat, Betty. I want to explore.
I saw some sheds down by the water.
Okay.
There's
Ooh,
the
should
general
pass those.
store, the church.
In other words, time for some sightseeing?
You're fine. That's good.
Well, it's a bright and beautiful day, and we have nothing better to do.
What on earth are you doing?
Handstands, Teddy! My record is 2 minutes. I'm working on 3. Just go on ahead. I'll catch up.
Betty would have taken plenty of constitutionals here. She loves the outdoors.
How so? She's a city girl.
I'm sure she gets tired
You're
of
annoyed. You're
Manhattan.
getting annoyed at city
From when she
games
was
and
little,
getting annoyed at yourself for
she
getting
loved
annoyed at
playing in
city
the
games.
garden back in Hanover,
Yeah, join my
especially around
join the club, Dan. Silly games are
Are you
silly.
alright?
I just miss her.
But yeah, maybe there was some kind of disease that got the kids, and you know. Open. So there's no missables in this, which makes me think there's some kind of chapter select or something. Or, you know, you can do them at any point, possibly. Or at least there's none tagged as a missable. There are days, so maybe you can go back to a day if you miss out. Ooh, a church. That looks promising. Notice.
July 24th. Memorial service. A commemoration of the accident at the mine this past summer. No services after that.
The children died in the mine? 24th of July 1923. Mondstunde van het minnesamt som mistet livet ved Gruppjeken. 1902. Gravik Kerke. Well, Kerke is clearly church. I don't speak Norwegian.
All these graves. What happened?
It's a cemetery.
But look at the soil. These are recent burials.
Well,
You're right.
bloody.
Do you think this is where everyone's gone?
Well, then who buried them?
Are they all dead?
This can't be everyone. Besides, someone had to bury the bodies.
Fair point. Well made.
Something did happen. Several people died in a short period of time.
How? An accident? A mass murder? Spanish flu?
I wouldn't want to speculate until I've learned more.
I'm
I
glad
can
you're
speculate
fine.
for the both of us.
Well, Betty's not here. I'm gonna keep looking.
What about the church?
You'd have thought someone would have seen us by now.
Even if they were all hiding indoors. Maybe there was
Why would they board up a church?
to keep the ghosts from escaping?
Lissy.
Or the goats from getting in? What does that say?
God is not here.
Nom 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 nom. Fair enough. I've ordered a whole bunch of kit to go with my shopping delivery on Saturday because I had to make up the order because for some reason I just didn't order a lot of expensive things. It's
So
like,
much for
well,
that.
I'll add some cake and
No
chocolate
wedding, no
because, you know, I
baptism.
need that like I need a hole in the head.
There must be people somewhere. Where are you going?
But I didn't want to pay delivery charge. So I was like, right, well, I'll order like £6 worth of rubbish just to avoid paying £4 of delivery charge. I mean, I'll eat it. It's just, you know, I wish I had it now. I kind of want chocolate. Ash trees? Possibly? Sycamore? No, not sycamore. Ash. My dad would know. What trees are native to Norway? Now that is a question. Or birch. It could be birch trees. Silver birch. That's more likely, I think. That is back up to the house. That is unhelpful. I guess we go to the boat. Yeah, I didn't order any sweets because I was like, I don't actually want the sugar. So I basically got chocolate and cake, some biscuits. Oh, pretty. Look at the water. Kind of awesome. So that goes back. No, these are different places, different houses, or are they? No, that is
How about
definitely.
we don't go back to Hanover and stay here instead?
And how would I survive?
Hunt, harvest, forage. People have survived here for centuries.
This is a general
I can't
store.
wait.
I wouldn't even know where to begin.
I could learn. I'd start with goats. Goats can be eaten and milked. Probably not in that order.
The telegraph is out of order.
Well, there goes my plan. NOSOS.
This was 2 years ago, but the notice is still up.
How can it take 2 years to get something like that fixed?
If they couldn't afford it? Or couldn't get anyone to come fix it?
Well, this place really is
How has
off
he
the
been
map.
corresponding with
Hear me,
someone
dragons.
who's clearly not
Or
been there?
dragons, I guess.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with dairy
The
milk.
ferry route is no longer operating.
Rats!
Mrs. Fretland already informed me in her letter.
I know. Still warrants a resounding rats.
I wonder why it stopped running.
Look around. How many people live here? 20? 30? That can't be enough for a ferry route.
Things got quieter after. They had a memorial service for the accident in the mine
Yes, there's a lot of stuff from
on
July.
July 24th in the village church.
For something that happened 20 years ago?
It still affected their lives.
So they can't have been gone that long. Ew, I hate fruit and nut. Caramel's good. I actually like plain dairy milk. But I'd rather make it into a cake. Currently, chocolate-wise, I've ordered some Magic Stars. Don't ask me why. And Terry's Chocolate Orange because, yeah. Oh, and the massive chunky Kit Kats because they're the best.
Applesauce.
Applesauce!
Doors. I can't imagine
The
they have a
store's
problem
locked.
with
Okay.
hooks and hoodlums.
The sign says they're closed.
Frederick Fretland and
Magic
son.
Stars are awesome, yeah.
Johan's brother and nephew.
The Fretlands have their fingers in all the pies, including the only store in town.
Also the post office and telegraph. There may be something that'll lead us to Betty in there.
Or
I
at
got some
least
whispers
canned
as well.
sardines. We need to get you fed, old bean.
Why is there a sign up there when I can't interact with it? Okay. This is where we came in. Fretland Mining Company. We can't really climb, so... Ooh, Whisper Golds are good. Yeah, I mean, I do like Galaxy.
There's
Galaxy
no damage to the
Caramel
rope.
is good.
I don't know what that means.
Nobody cut it. I guess the knot could have unraveled on its own.
Didn't you say you used a sailor's knot?
I'm a scholar, not a fisherman.
So who took our boat? A ghost?
There must be a logical explanation.
Minstrels.
It's safe to say no ghost in the night stole our boat.
If you say so. But then who were you chasing after last night? A shadow?
I don't know.
Yeah, I
Probably
don't
all
like
in
the
my
shell
head.
of minstrels.
The weather's favorable today.
I did a little dance last night, appeasing the weather gods. Thor, in particular, was mightily impressed.
Was he?
I promised to back off with the thunder and lightning for a spell. And don't you know, he proposed to me.
Oh, of course.
But I told him I'm not into gods. I prefer jazz musicians.
We can't climb the ladder onto the roof. That would have been more fun. Oh, hello. Boat!
A boat! Teddy! A hot dog!
It
This
looks
is
a
our
bit
ticket
broken.
outta here.
Not without Betty.
Nah, I mean, I've got whispers in the cupboard if I really want chocolate. I had a biscuit craving last night. I had to eat my hobnobs. Well, I ate some of my hobnobs. I was like, you know, I really like bourbons, but there's something about hobnobs. They're just really good. Can we walk along the stone? We can walk along the stones.
What's this?
Remnants
Oh,
of the
let me
mining
interact with
operation.
it.
What, mine?
Remember, I told you yesterday. There was a mine here, but it closed down 20 years ago.
I know, Edward. I was just.
These are the people
checking
that
for a
died in the
sense of
mine.
humor. Still nowhere to be
Chocolate
found.
hobnobs. Yeah. Oh, caramel digestives. Oh. Oh.
Till Min Om. It's a memorial. 3 men died when
Yeah.
the mine collapsed in 1902. Georg Hatlestad, Niels Frambu, Arne Fretland.
See, this is what working a regular job. Did you say Fretland?
The younger brother who was mentioned in the article. He was just 19.
How long had he been working in the mine?
Fruit flavored chocolate
That's
digestives?
too young for a dirty job like digging into rock.
We're in the real world, Lissy. Most teens
Fruit
don't
flavored
have the
chocolate
luxury to
digestives?
idle away their days with games and witty
I
repartee.
never tried those.
Ouch.
Sound kind of gross. Do not like cherry bakewell. Hate marmalade. Strawberries and cream one, maybe. You think talking about biscuits and chocolate is making the stream steamy and I should set it to an 18? Jesus, Dan, come on. This is less steamy than telling lies. Oh, there was another thing to talk about.
The newspaper said the accident forced the mine to shut down.
What does any of this have to do
Is
with
it?
us?
Oh,
still
Draugen must
don't
be an
know
18.
why
I
Elizabeth
didn't set
came
it to
here.
18.
And you think it has something to do with this mine?
Or with what it did to the village. Maybe.
Sometimes Mixer changes it based on the game, so. Didn't realise this was an 18. So far we've had picturesque Norwegian village, and that boat looks very dead. So, yeah, great. It's an 18, so that's not good. I don't think Mixer changes it based on the people that are viewing,
It's
unfortunately.
quite peaceful.
If no one was around, where do these tracks lead?
To the mine. Where else? would
Everyone's
they
going to die. Everyone's
don't know.
probably already dead.
A castle up in the mountains, where the frost giants live? And this is how they receive their monthly offering of meat from the villagers. Goat, I hope. I don't understand why they just leave this here. Like an altar to
Peggy
adversity.
16.
It's creepy.
Okay, well, we can be
Rustic
teen then.
superstition. Perhaps they believed it had bad luck if they
I
moved
didn't
it.
set it to 18. Not a big fan of cherry
What
bakewell.
did they use this for?
Bringing the ore down from the mine before it was loaded onto boats.
So,
But yeah, I mean,
diamonds?
there's
Gold?
a sign stuck up there.
Or just boring
Yeah,
old
I mean, I
silver?
like,
Iron ore.
kind of
Or
like
what?
cherries.
Rock,
Okay.
which contains iron
I know.
deposits that
Okay, Edward.
There's a random seat, and I can't sit on it and draw, unfortunately. That would have been cool. Okay, so. Tracks. moment, we're just exploring. Hello. Draw! Woohoo! Almond. I mean, I like almond. I like cherry. I just don't see it in a biscuit. But then I'm not a huge cherry fan. I like the cherries. There's some cherry sweets which are really nice. Oh, okay. Chocolate orange? Yeah, but I don't know, marmalade is usually quite bitter. Not a big fan. Ow, I just poked my hand. My boss was supposed to send me an email. He did not send me an email. To be fair, we were supposed to have a meeting. That also did not happen. It's not like it's important or anything. You love marmalade. Fair enough. Oh, cool. So we've got another drawing. Yeah, strawberries and cream sounds good, but maybe not? I don't know. What's up here?
No trespassing for traitors.
No,
Cool.
for
Want
traitors.
to jump the gate and explore what's on the other side? What do you say, old sport?
The sign says no trespassing for a reason.
Come on! There may be trolls, or at least more houses. Where's your sense of adventure, old sport? Don't you want to see where these tracks go?
They lead to the old mine, and no. I've had enough adventure on this side of the fence. Besides, they wrote no trespassing for a reason.
You're such a terrible boy,
To be fair,
Teddy.
I'd kind of like a biscuit that made me not want to eat them all in
wager
one go.
1,000 clams.
Easier
You'll
to
jump
savour.
this gate at some point, if you believe Betty's on the other side.
Frederick Fretland. Who are these traitors he refers to?
What now?
Don't
We've
know.
looked everywhere.
There really doesn't seem to be anyone around.
Maybe we missed something. An important clue. How about the general store? We haven't been inside yet.
It looked deserted, but worth another look, I guess. What are you up to?
Delighting in the little things. They're like dew. My heart is the morning.
Oh, I had some white chocolate Kit Kat Chunkies. They discontinued them, but they were like the amazing and also
And they
pineapple
can't
Jaffa
speak.
cakes. Really?
They see and feel everything that happens to them.
I
There's
can't eat
something
pineapple.
very wrong.
I do like pineapple. I just can't eat it, which is a shame. Oh, hello. Draw. All right, I'm gonna leave him drawing. Yeah, white chocolate Kit Kat Chunky is amazing. Okay, instead of putting on tea break, I'm gonna leave him drawing. I'll be right back. unmuted. It's quite cool when he's sitting there sketching. It's rather pretty. Ha! Draw for 24 hours. There's not a draw for 24 hours achievement. I don't even know whether there's an achievement for drawing. However, you know, there were spots, so I wanted to see. Okay, so that's the houses again. That was up to the church, wasn't it? Or was that up to the church? No, that was up to the church, so what's up here? Make sure we explore everywhere. Or I think we maybe went up here. No, we went up there. Okay, so. I think I'm just going to go back up to the church so I can interact with that sign, because that interaction point is irritating me. There might be one for doing all the drawings. All I looked was to see if there was anything missable, and you know, there's a good dozen-ish story achievements, and the rest are sort of like things, but not. Okay, that's great. Thanks. Alright, it's gone at least. There we go. There was nothing missable. So there's either a trap to select, or, you know, plenty of opportunity to get things, or something. I don't know. I'm leaning towards a trap to select. But yes. I do like white chocolate. But yes, small doses, I think, for some. I have a raspberry white chocolate, hot chocolate mix, which is lovely. But a little bit sweet. And then I have a chocolate orange one, which doesn't really taste of chocolate orange, because the chocolate is just slightly too bitter, which is kind of sad. Oh, Whittide's white chocolate. Oh, no, I have to say no on that. It's too sweet. I've had that. There's a crow. There's someone in there. There's a hat.
Lizzie, come here. It's Betty's hat. She was here.
That
She could
sounded
still be
ghastly.
in there. Betty? Betty!
Are you sure, Edward? I mean, it's just.
I like
a
hot
hat.
chocolate. I have a hot chocolate
Is it
machine.
even a hat?
A velvetizer.
I know
sure,
my
I-
sister's hat, Lizzie. I have to get inside.
What about the breaking and entering part?
I could care less what they call it.
You mean you couldn't care less? So any hot chocolate that basically isn't hot chocolate is good for you? Hmm? That sentence didn't make sense. Excuse me. What are you trying to do? Really? 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 This is just amusing, just to watch him try and break in. Just very amusing. Oh, dusty and disappointing. Oh, you've not... Oh, I will... Basically, next time I get to see you, I will make you hot chocolate in my velvetizer, and you will see it is not dusty and it is not disappointing. You've polished off around half a tub of ice cream for dessert. That's impressive. I've got ice cream coming on Saturday. I'm very much looking forward to it. That is also part of my cat. So this weekend... Oh, hello. Someone left the window open. We had to try
Here's
them
an
all,
open
though.
window.
You seem eager to break the law.
It's open. It's not breaking the law. What type of ice cream? That's the question.
Won't budge.
Nah, don't be a milquetoast.
Well, it's stuck.
Attaboy, Teddy. You can do this.
You think Haagen-Dazs may have discontinued your favourite ice cream? Oh no, what was your favourite ice cream?
I can't believe
Your
I'm actually
Ben &
breaking...
Jerry's cookie
Whoops,
dough.
Daisy.
Ah. Oh, Dutch Delish!
Oh, why, Teddy?
Oh my god,
You're
idiot.
such a sap.
Ah, I don't know, but... I like the Haagen-Dazs strawberry cheesecake. It's one of my favourites. There's also a white chocolate raspberry one, which is not
World
Haagen-Dazs.
traveler, cat burglar.
A cat
Hello,
burglar
it
would
says
by definition
barn order.
enter a building on a higher
Jeez.
floor.
The state of this place.
Oh, Betty.
Edward,
I hope you weren't here when...
is this blood?
Not necessarily human blood.
Well, that's all right then. What does it say? Barn murder? Someone murdered a barn?
Oh, thank you for the auto host, Jesse. It's better
Barn
late than never.
means child. And mortar, that's...
Child murder. Edward, they murdered a child.
I know,
Someone thought
Superboy
so.
was streaming.
Probably the same someone who vandalized the store.
I'm not sure how I feel about being in here.
Don't be ridiculous. We're all alone. What else do you suggest we do?
Okay, well, that's unlocked now. There's carrots on the floor. Someone murdered the carrots. Oh, hello. What's to say?
Why would Frederick keep a list of what he calls traitors?
What did they do to him?
Cross him in some way. Why else keep a list of undesirables?
Oh no. Well, I'll have to try and sauce it. Salted caramel is just a bit too sweet. Dulce de leche is actually, you know, it's that nice creamy one, isn't it? So this is traitor. Oh, I was reading it, and then he got up. This is the list of traitors. So his brother and his brother's wife. There's a whole bunch of people. Johann Bahn. Yeah, okay. Why are they traitors? Can we rob the place? Nah. 669? Nearly. Yeah, I mean, my favourite ice cream is actually a raspberry sorbet. Ah, to Simon from Ruth. Ruth is the daughter. Who's Simon? Raspberry sorbet is the best. There's a lovely Italian ice cream place. They have a couple of branches in London. They do a raspberry sorbet and then like a really nice smooth chocolate. You can get like a mixture of ice creams and stuff. Oh, hello.
These were never sent.
How long have they
And
been
I think I
piling
got a
up?
white chocolate, a
I
raspberry
received Mrs.
sorbet,
Fretland's letter in
and
June.
something
Couple
else.
of
And it
months.
was lovely.
Perhaps the world forgot about Grovik.
Lemon sorbet? Possibly a little sharp
order.
for me.
Why hasn't it been fixed?
Perhaps there wasn't much demand for it anymore.
S-O-S.
Dash, dot.
Oh boy. If only this thing worked. We could order a boat to come get us. Or, even better, order some hot grub.
Whoa. So, Mixer thinks that Peggy 16 is rated M for mature. I just got a Mixer bot. They've changed my stream back to 18. It's 16, that's teen. but sure, whatever.
Damnation. The hat's in here.
Calm down.
They have a new fruity ice
Anyway,
cream called
how's the
Zesty
hat
Lemon
going,
and Mandarin.
Who knows what else is in
Interesting.
here? There could be more clues.
Alright, okay. Everything's Jake. We made it into the store. I'm sure we'll find a way through that door.
Oh, it's rated M in the US, but it's Peggy 16 in the UK and EU, obviously. Fair enough. Yeah. It's just different ratings. And Speak of the Devil, Superboy is hosting. Thank you very much. Okay, so we can't get into the room with the hat. Why are you breathing? Why did you just open the door and breathe? That was weird. Oh, hello. Oh, he's cut
It's
his
the same
brother out of the
photograph as in
photo.
the farmhouse,
Johann's
but
gone. At least, I assume he's the one who's been... Snip.
Frederick clearly did not want anything to do with his twin brother.
Interesting. Rivalry. Or, you know, they fell out or something. Yeah, it's fine. It's just, you know, it's not rated 18 in the UK, but that's fine. If it has to be an 18 stream, it's not any skin off my nose. What am I missing?
The key must be here.
Oh,
You know,
key.
you're better at finding things than me, Teddy Bear.
We're looking for a key for the other door. Aha. I didn't hear what we were looking for because I was blathering.
What are you doing?
Looking for keys.
Your life of crime continues.
There's a note.
Is it written in Viking runes? What does it say?
It's from Simon.
Casa
Casa.
keys.
I don't know what that word means. Yai put it means I put. Knuckle is key.
He put the key in the casa?
Casa. I wish I had my dictionary. The note's addressed to his father.
Ah,
the
so
key was
Simon's his
moved.
son.
But where to?
The casa is
Somewhere
clearly the
safer.
cash register.
Or more convenient.
Can we really trust your translations? You only started studying a month ago.
I spent the summer reading, and I had a lot of free time on the ocean voyage.
Come on, how much could you possibly pick up in a few months?
You know my mind, it's a sponge.
So Simon is the twin's son, and Ruth was the daughter. So obviously Ruth died. Maybe Simon died too. But I'm going with the casa is the cash register.
Casa.
So
we go.
that's what it means. Cash register. You're a genuine gangster now, old fruit. Don't worry. If you get busted, I'll come visit you in the big house. Wasn't there supposed to be a key?
Here it is.
Hi, zip boy. Well, there's stamps as well. We're not stealing the cash. Even if it's an achievement, we're not that kind of person. Yes, we're talking about biscuits and food and ice cream. That was the wrong way to turn the key.
It is her hat.
Teddy.
We're basically
I'm
going to
not
assemble
very
her
much
on the
here.
mannequin.
And not long ago.
Okay, but if that is her hat, what's it doing in a locked storeroom?
Another breadcrumb.
That's not an answer.
I know for sure she was here. That's what matters.
You know best, Edward. So, what now? If this is a breadcrumb, where's the next one?
Well, there's a
There
letter.
must be a reason her hat's in this room.
What's that?
A handwritten note.
I'm not blind. What does it say, you silly goose?
It's hard to read. I'm not sure my translation will be... Johann, you... Nectar. Refuse. You refuse to speak to me, so I write this letter instead. It's from Frederick Fretland to his brother. Simon did not Bloody hell. Simon did not murder your Ruth. He was
Oh.
fond of his cousin.
Ruth. Ruth is the daughter of Anna and Johann, which means the little girl in the photograph at the farmhouse. Oh, Edward. The Fretland girl was murdered.
This was September.
This is simply awful.
So between like
Simon
July and
was working
September.
at the farm while I tended to the store. I would have seen him had he passed on the way up to the cliffs.
They thought Simon killed Ruth. His own cousin.
Ruth was... what's that word? Playing. Ruth was always playing on the rocks below the church. She must have fallen by accident. The note ends there. Frederick never finished it. And Johann never read it. Not that it would have made a difference. If Johann
The
thought...
mob showed up for Simon. His father would have tried to protect him.
September 17th. You would have been here, Betty.
Rocks below the church. Isn't the church right above us? Edward, come look at this. That's the cliff. Right there. The one in the note? I bet you 1,000,000 clams.
Where?
Why are we
See for
betting
yourself.
clams?
I guess that could be where...
Let's check it out.
No, Lissy, wait. Lissy!
This way.
I mean, so far we've had some red paint. A spooky shadow, a goat, and falling down a cliff. You know, I mean, it's not like this has had any...
What are
yeah,
you
but
doing?
I guess it's
This
based on-
doesn't concern
A
us.
little girl died. We're staying in her home, for God's sake. Are you completely without heart? Get yourself up here, Edward Harden, right this minute. Come on, it's an easy climb.
This looks very dangerous.
Oh, you're a
It
big
is.
boy. Start acting like it. It's not
So far, it's just a very beautiful
I
game.
don't know. Whoops-a-daisy. What is this?
where little Ruth died.
You're being morbid. And this is a distraction. I'm here for Betty, not because some girl got
Edward.
herself...
You insensitive brute. You're like the Tin
There's
Woodman,
something
no
there.
heart. Please look at me when I'm talking to you.
Sorry.
You know, you've grown cold and mean in that horrid study of yours, with only books and bugs to keep you company for years and years and years. There are other people in this world, you know. It's not all about you. You're going to do this. If not for Ruth, then for us. We're going to figure out what happened to the poor girl. Together.
I've seen all there is to see. I'm going back.
You can't leave. We might have missed something important.
Something struck this bush. She must have landed on it when... on her way down.
That's ghastly, Edward.
It's a long fall. Far enough to crush the girl's skull.
Edward Charles Harden.
What?
Oh, you're hopeless. Is that blood?
The girl could have hit her head on that rock. There would have been plenty of blood.
That's awful.
That is awful. Poor thing.
I think there's something behind it. Can you move the rock aside?
I said there was something there. It was like a shoe. Oh no. Like a doll's coat? Part of a doll? Oh, it's a headless doll.
Must be
Oh!
Ruth's.
Where's the head?
Or maybe the killer also decapitates
That
dolls.
symbol is what we get when we save.
Hold on. This pin. This is old. Very old. Looks like something from the Viking era.
We are in the land of Vikings.
This could be 1,000 years old. It does not belong on a child's doll.
Who cares? Ruth is dead and you're obsessing about a rusty old pin? Let's go further up. Maybe we'll find more clues. Come on, old sport. It's not far.
Unravel
Can
2
you
was a
wait
sploosh.
just
Okay.
1 minute so that I can catch my breath? Huh. Did you follow the same path, Betty? Or am I just stumbling through darkness?
Sploosh.
You can see clear beyond the edge of the world. Right. It is awfully chilly.
One
Oh,
second.
Teddy Bear. We need to take you out walking more often.
So, the girl fell from up here.
Was pushed, you mean? Can you see where she fell?
Yeah, Unravel 2 would be cool completion. And you've got some speed runs to do stuff.
If she fell headfirst on that rock, she'd have died instantly.
Edward, honestly.
You wanted to learn more. This is you learning more. She hit her head and fell into the bush where I found her doll. Happy now, Alice?
I'm not. What was she doing up here in the first place?
Playing? She was a child. Children play in dangerous places.
There must be more to it. Let's find out where this path leads.
No, absolutely not. I don't have time for this nonsense. We're running out of daylight, and Betty's still... You're still out there.
I've started a few.
Alice?
Over here, Teddy.
Yeah, Sleeping Dogs, I got stuck on a mission, like, round about the wedding on 360. I never played the Xbox One version. So I exclude Xbox 360 games at the moment.
Lissy?
It's one of the ones I need to go back
Slow
to.
down.
But I was
Can't
enjoying
keep
it
up with
until I
you.
got stuck. I just didn't have a
Who
gun.
knows what's up
and
there?
was
It's
expected
not
to
worth
fight
the
against
risk of
people with guns.
falling and breaking something. Lissy? Are you there?
Oh my god.
Teddy,
I think we found Simon.
Word. Look away, Lissy.
is this what happened to the villagers? They killed themselves?
It's one body. Let's not jump to conclusions.
What about those fresh graves at the church? There were at least half a dozen of them. Did everyone just die?
They're not necessarily connected.
Oh, come on. Ugh, this is just ghastly.
I think I got them both on Games with Gold
What
or
made him do this?
something.
How long has he been?
From the state of the body, perhaps a couple of weeks. It depends on temperature and
Very
humidity,
grim.
of course.
Yeah, okay, this is definitely an 18 now. I would have switched it. Yeah, I need to finish some of the ones that I started. What have I done? Let's have a look. Let's have a quick look. So I've obviously started this one. Minecraft Dungeons wasn't a competition thing. I started Drawful 2, Lake Ridden, Island Saver, Candle Man, Walking Dead, and then Telling Lies was previous to that. So yeah, a few. But I didn't... I need a 16 more achievements to restore my percentage, so it's not too bad. Yeah, the Xbox One version was definitely Games with Gold, because that's why I own it. The 360 version, I don't know whether it's Games with Gold or whether I bought it cheap. But yeah, I was enjoying it. I just got stuck on a mission and never went back to it. At some point I will, I guess. I mean, I went in to like get one achievement for like doing some driving stuff. Yeah, oh, excuse me. So yeah, I'm gonna maybe do some... Oh no, I mean, you know, if I load up the 360... It never went backwards compatible, so, you know.
What does that say?
God forgive me.
Don't suicides go to hell? Isn't that what your father said when
Stop.
your mother
Don't.
drowned herself? Sorry. Who was he? One of the Fretlanders?
It's not Johann or Frederick,
Oh, and he's too old to
and
be
he's too
Simon.
old to be Simon.
Do you think this has something to do with Ruth? Maybe she came across the hanged man before she died, and it scared her. So she ran,
No.
and
This happened later.
there's some consolation in that, I guess. Maybe it's the killer. The guilt ate him up, and he offed himself.
I'll try and go back to it at
That's
some
just
point.
speculation with no basis
I was
in fact.
enjoying it.
There's nothing more to do here. I'm going back. Let the poor soul rest in peace.
Does it look like he's resting in peace?
No, he's gonna rot.
You're just going to leave him hanging? You're an insensitive brute.
I'm here for Betty. It's tragic, but really none of my concern.
Oh, Betty, Betty, Betty. Always just Betty. You don't care about anyone else. What if that was me up there? Would you care then? All you do is obsess over a scarf and a hat and ugh.
It's all I have of Betty.
Betty, there she is again. Edward, the hanged. Look at me when I'm talking to you.
Oh god, this game is really something.
Edward, the hanged man, he's someone. No matter what he did or didn't do, he deserves respect. Would you please just do this one decent deed? If not for me, then for yourself.
Maybe I'll stream it
Or
or something. I can hook up my 360 to this.
For your Betty.
At some point. That'll give me an excuse. Alright. Are we cutting him down then?
What are you doing? You can't just pull him down by his legs.
Okay, okay,
Try
okay.
loosening the noose.
I can't reach that far.
There's a chair. I'll use the chair. Ow, my ankle. Oh, my ankle just clicked. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping to get
gonna
up to
be sick.
80%.
I can't do this.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, as long as it's a game
Teddy.
you didn't hate, yeah. That's
Edward.
exactly.
I know you can. You've been through much worse.
I'm gonna try and get to 80% before beam dive, and then I don't know how many I'll dive, whatever I've got open still, unplayed. But then maybe I don't know. I need to get some decent completions. Maybe I'll set the goal of completing some 360 games to get them off my list.
Where are the Fretlands, Edward?
It's been 2 days. If they're not back tonight,
They're not coming back.
perhaps they left after their daughter died.
Was murdered, you mean? Isn't that what we think happened?
Perhaps she fell by accident.
So you don't think it was murder?
Which is why you won't
Difficult to
stream it.
say
We'll
with any
learn. Fair enough.
certainty. The boy could have pushed her.
You're really not helping.
Can we talk about this tomorrow? I'm sorry.
You're exhausted.
I buried a corpse today, Alice.
I know. I'm sorry. Why don't you sleep in the guest bedroom?
The couch is fine. The Fretlands could still come home.
All right. Just don't come crying to me if you wake up with a crick in your neck.
I think you like
I'll be up
Resident
for a
Evil.
while, if you feel like talking.
I really thought I'd find Betty today.
Well, I told you not to get your hopes up, Edward. I mean, we just got here. It's a big place. She could be anywhere.
It's just the thought of her alone out there.
Oh, the first person when you
dark.
reached out. I don't know.
She's a
I
tough
wasn't paying
cookie.
attention, sorry.
You're Betty. Tougher
Play
than
lots
you,
of
teddy
games.
bear.
That she is.
What's this?
What did you find?
Someone tried to burn this.
Just like the book. Isn't that odd?
It's addressed to Mrs. Fretland. My dearest Anna. It's from her sister, Margaret. Frederick's wife. The two brothers married sisters, remember?
October
Yes.
25th.
It's adorable. Keep reading.
1909? 1903?
I really shouldn't.
Really? How else are we going to figure out what happened? Keep reading.
My dearest
Ooh,
Anna,
Monster Hunter,
I
cool.
miss you so very, very much. The baby is due soon, and I wish for our family to reunite before... It's been 7 years since the dreadful incident at the mine. Can we not convince Frederick and Johann to forgive and forget? I know there are things Frederick has not told me about what they found and why they parted ways.
Ooh, we're going to the
Their
mine.
grudge is tearing us all apart. Frederick won't even let me speak to half of our neighbors, accusing them of treason. He's so very angry and full of regrets. It's eating him up. And we...
And we what?
The rest is unreadable.
Margaret reached out to her sister, but I guess it didn't work.
This was written before Simon was born, but burned recently.
I already think of the child as a he. Frederick wants a boy, although it doesn't matter to me. Of course, I'll be happy regardless. I can't imagine my child entering this road without seeing his wonderful aunt and my beautiful sister right away. I'll never understand why our stubborn husbands cannot reconcile and put the past behind them. I know there are things Frederick has not told me about what they found. Sometimes I feel I picked the shortest straw. Oh, isn't that an awful thing to say? I love Frederick, but it's getting harder and harder to understand him. I fear these are things Frederick has not told me about what they found and why they parted ways. And I'm sure Johann keeps things from you too, though I know he's not like his twin brother. Oh, I know. I feel this grudge is tearing us all apart. Frederick won't even let me to speak to half the neighbours. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, that's interesting. Things to books. That's why the book to Ruth from Simon was burnt.
I feel restless.
You should sleep.
I'm not sure I can. But yes, I'll try. In a bit.
Gonna go have another nosy. Maybe I can read that book upstairs. Oh, hello.
I feel restless.
You should sleep.
I'm not sure I can. But yes, I'll try. In a bit.
Oh, now I can read it. Read. August 3rd, 1923. This morning I had lemon juice in hot water with no sugar instead of tea. I also had half an apple and dry toast. I've been gaining weight lately. I read about this diet in the paper. It's apparently very popular in London. But I'm dreadfully hungry and crave fried eggs and sausages. August 4th, 1923. Received an odd letter yesterday addressed to Johann. It's from an American gentleman, Mr. Edward Harden of Hanover, Massachusetts. The letter was well written and very polite. Mr. Harden received our information from the Islin police when he requested a contact in Gravik. I do wonder why they gave him Johann's name and not Frederick's. Perhaps because our dear Margaret is no longer with us, and I am better prepared to respond in English than Frederick. Mr. Harden inquired about his sister, Elizabeth Harden, who's travelling on her own. Apparently she's a journalist. Imagine that, crossing the Atlantic Ocean to write about Norway. It sounds wonderful. The letter said Elizabeth telegraphed her brother from Iceland to inform him that she planned to visit Gravik. Why she wanted to come to this dreary old place I have no idea. There is nothing here worth writing about any more. His sister has not arrived yet. If she had, I would have tired her out with questions about America, being a journalist and travelling the world on her own. She sounds so interesting. I hope she does come, even though she will surely be bored out of her mind. I'll write Mr. Harden today. Johann is not comfortable writing letters, especially in English. He agrees that we should invite Mr. Harden to stay here if he decides to come. After all, there are no guest houses in Gravik, and our spare room is rarely used. I have to admit, having a visitor from America sounds terribly exciting. August 5th, 1923. This morning I had a boiled egg and buttered toast, after Johann told me I was being silly and that I do not need to lose any weight, seeing as we're not in London and no one cares. Okay, so this is August. Oh, I meant to turn the page. I wrote Mr. Harden to invite him to stay at the house if he decides to come. I'm terribly excited. I do worry for his sister. I wonder where she could be. August 9th, 1923. There was an argument in the shop earlier today. Frederick was yelling at poor Astrid, claiming their goats had been grazing on his land. I wanted to speak up, but I knew it'd only make him angrier. August 10th, 1923. Johann went across the fjord this morning to purchase some necessities, including new fabrics, to pick up the post. The letters have been piling up at the store. I sometimes worry the world has completely forgotten about us. August 17th, 1923. I finished another dress today. This one is for myself. There are no customers anymore. No one here needs another dress, and it's been ages since we visited the city. I hardly know anyone there, and who would want their dresses made in Gravik when they can have one tailored in Iceland? I feel lonely today. I miss my dear Margaret so much after all these years. Also, her sister died. That's really sad. August 20th, 1923. I think Ruth is hiding something from me. She's been awfully secretive. She goes off on her own even more than usual, and her clothes are filthy. I don't mind her playing and exploring, of course. I always did regret Margaret and I not being allowed to run free when we were little. Ruth says she's just looking for flowers and pretty rocks. I shouldn't worry so much. August 21st, 1923. Simon stopped by today with a gift for Ruth, a whole bar of chocolate. He is such a sweet boy, but Frederick would be furious if he knew. August 22nd, 1923. I asked Ruth if she plays up by Frederick's farm or near the old mine. She promised she doesn't. I've never had any reason not to trust her, but I still feel like she's hiding something from me. I looked at her drawings while she was out. She's got such an imagination. September 5th, 1923. We received another letter from Mr. Harden. He'll be here in October as planned. I look forward to having someone else to speak with, if only for a few days. Not that Johann isn't good company, but we have little to converse about outside of our daily routines. There's been no sign of Mr. Harden's sister yet. If she left Iceland weeks ago, where could she be? She may well have decided to stop along the way. We've heard nothing, but we so rarely speak with anyone outside Gravik these days. I do hope she's all right. I would hate for Mr. Harden to come all this way to no avail. Ruth is still being secretive. I know she's hiding something. One of these days I will follow her. September 9th, 1923. No church service today. The vicar hasn't been back since the memorial service in July. Johann believes he won't be back, that he's given up on Gravik like everyone else. I think I'm coming down with a cold. September 15th, 1923. Someone damaged our boat during the night. That's the third one this month. Johann suspects Frederick, of course. I fear something is bubbling to the surface again after all these years. I'm not feeling well at all, and spent most of yesterday and today in bed. Ruth is sweet and bought me potato soup and tea with honey and milk. September 18th, 1923. She has left us. Our dearest Ruth is gone. I cannot believe it was Simon's doing. He too now is gone, and with him all hope Gravik had left in it. Oh, what happened to Simon? He's gone because he left? Or he's gone... interesting. Played that. Or he's gone because he died. I don't know. Kind of bittersweet now that I know she's died. So that's obviously the service of the church. She found treasure in a cave, or in the mines possibly. That's got to be the two brothers fighting, and that's Simon. Don't know what that means. Maybe it's like trespasser or something. So maybe there's someone in the mine. Maybe there's like a hobo in the mines type homeless person. Shouldn't say hobo. It's rude. Or maybe she found some treasure, but it was his treasure and he killed her. I think there was DLC for Monster Hunter. Look at that. It is gorgeous views. Look at that. That's absolutely gorgeous. Because you did the base game completion, I remember. Alright, their room is locked. Maybe they, you know, committed suicide because they lost their daughter and there's dead bodies in there. This is obviously the guest room. Maybe that's where the kid's been. 600 hours! Wow. Yeah, you ground crowns for donkeys. It was rather ridiculous. Okay.
I feel restless.
You should sleep.
I'm not sure I can. But yes, I'll try.
Oh, should have fire. What happened to the burned book? Aha. At least now we know why it got burnt. Wow, that's a
I
lot.
almost forgot putting this aside when I lit the fire. Wasn't there an inscription inside?
Simon. Simon gave that book to Ruth. But who burned it?
Johann or Anna, if they believed Simon killed her.
But they were friendly, right? Simon and Ruth. Before...
I imagine so. And we know the sisters were close.
I still don't understand why the brothers had a falling out.
Whatever drove a wedge between them, it was big.
Dear Mrs. Fretland, September 7th, 1923. Dear Mrs. Fretland, I trust this letter finds you and your husband in good health. Thank you for your gracious invitation to stay in your home this October. I hope it will present no inconvenience to your family. I'm presently preparing for the Atlantic voyage on the SS Bergensfjord and plan to depart Boston later this month. I've still had no word from my sister Elizabeth, though I hope she's made it to Gravik in the time since my last letter. If this is the case, and if at all possible, I would greatly appreciate receiving a cable with the news. If Elizabeth cannot compensate you for the cost, I will of course do so as soon as I arrive. Ah, that's his letter. In regards to the date of my travels, I shall be arriving in Iceland by ferry from October the 15th. I will. Right. Okay, so that's his letter. But obviously they never replied.
I feel restless.
You should sleep.
I'm not sure I can. But yes, I'll try. In a bit. The two brothers married twin sisters, Anna and Margaret Taylor. That's the Grovik stave church behind them.
All those hopes and dreams, ground to dust by misfortune. Do you think Simon killed Ruth?
It's not
Yeah, that
important,
is
though,
dedication.
I don't
Where's
know
my
what to
volume
believe.
gone?
Sometimes children
Can
do
you hear the voices?
monstrous things.
It's just me that's lost the volume.
It's almost painful
Oh,
to look
okay,
at this
that's fine.
photograph now. Their whole
You can hear the
world
volume.
fell
I
apart.
can't hear it on the TV. My TV's
I
just
can't
gone
bear to think about it.
kaput. I think it's still
Now
under
that we know what happened to
so-
Ruth, this empty house is
to ring
even
up.
spookier.
It's a house, nothing more.
You know better than most that souls can linger. Especially if they died
There's
in
no such thing as a soul.
life force, ghost, whatever. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
The only ghosts are in our minds.
Says you.
Johann and Frederick Fretland. Thick as thieves, before things took a turn.
Don't you always say that much of our pain is self-chosen?
No, I've
I
lost
wonder
all
about
sound
that.
of the game. But if you can hear it, then that's great. I'm just gonna blame my TV.
The mine must have been a big deal for Greybook.
Grovik. An opportunity to do more than live hand to mouth.
What a blow it must have been to lose it all. It's the same photograph we saw in the
Same
store.
photograph we saw in the
Except
store,
this one's
yeah.
whole.
So the brother who owns the store
Frederick.
was angry with Johann before Ruth.
Because of Anna.
Because of the mine. It all comes back to the mine.
That's good. Balance is always good.
I feel restless.
You should sleep.
I'm not sure I can. But yes, I'll try. In a bit. These headlines make more sense now.
Work is hell, stupid.
Johann
imaging.
sells his
I'm
share,
so sorry, Paul.
and the cave-in occurs shortly thereafter, killing 3 people.
Including the younger brother.
The investor pulls out, leaving Frederick with the bills.
Oh, I feel awful for everyone. Losing a brother, losing the business.
There were no happy endings here.
But hey, at least you've got time to drop by. That's good, at least. We miss ya. Place hat. We're just assembling a sister, aren't we? That's weird.
What are you doing?
Betty will want these back.
I don't think it's healthy.
Not now,
healthy too.
please. I'm
No,
exhausted.
it really isn't. Let's see. Do we see our face?
do look
yeah. We see our face.
Go to bed, Edward. I'll tuck you in.
Let's sleep now. This might be a good point to
day, huh?
stop.
I'm
It's
ready to
been
pass out.
2 hours.
Where will
Yeah,
you
2
sleep?
hours.
I'll be up for a while. My
We
mind
might stop here and then resume
Don't
this
stay
another
up
day.
late. Wake me if you hear the Fretlands arriving.
Of course. And I'll
Because
keep
it's
my
still
eyes
going to
open
be
for
quite
any
a while
ghosts
to
that
finish
might
the
wanna
story,
hide
and
when you sleep.
you know, I'm kind of tired.
Oh no.
Hush now.
I want to get a bit of Siberia finished tonight so I can get that achievement knocked out. Home Alone, 50G. They're not coming back, are they? Day 3.
Alice?
Right up the stairs, Teddy.
Oh, she's gone upstairs. Okie dokes. So, last checkpoint would have been the end of the day. I'm going to call it there. Yeah, this has been a cool game. Except for my TV deciding it's not going to give me any sound, which is not the game's fault. That's the TV. We got 4 achievements. We entered the house. Chapter 1, we played the piano. And then the end of chapter 2. So there's a lot. There's 13 achievements. Yeah, so we got like a quarter, probably like a third of the way through the game. Yeah, the head bob, I got used to it, so it was just really annoying at the beginning. But I'm intrigued. I'm not sure it's warranting an M, but hey, it's gorgeous visuals. Yeah, as I said at the beginning, I got a code for this game, so ethics statement. But opinions are my own, obviously. You know, you've seen enough of my streams by now. So far, yeah, it's interesting. If you're interested in buying this, it's $20, like 16, 17 quid. It's definitely intriguing. We will play a little more of this next week. And hopefully I will do one more warboat stream and knock out my last boat tomorrow. If Scruff's interested in a co-stream, that would be cool. Maybe Jesse as well. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But for now, I'm going to do a little bit more Siberia offline. I've been Joe, otherwise known as Angel SK, and thank you everyone for watching. Good night.